because the rules are not changing and they are not difficult. I have to move this over, it's not in the right position. That should do it. 1. First one really and truly is only a tutorial, isn't it? There we go. We got it. I don't know what I want. I don't even want that. So this mode's gonna be a lot less involved. For lack of a better description of it. Oh, okay, so we're up to 3x3 already. There we go. Alright, so it's like there's a mini boss at 1-5, because it went from 3-3 back to 2-2. Not exactly how I wanted that to be. I knew that was gonna solve that real quick. Okay, that apparently I fired that way too early. So it hurt me, but it still dropped a gravity combo. Interesting. I wonder what they're gonna do with the music as we go on. I don't understand. What is holding me back? Probably this one. Maybe also this one. Now its goal doesn't mean much. Particularly enamored with how that started, but just got way too many squares. It's 2x2, that should do it. Actually, I got all the way up to 3x3 on that one. Didn't need it. But we are stuck with high pieces for a while, so let's clear out. Area here. There we go. I definitely feel like I could be playing this faster, but I don't actually know how well I'm doing yet. I don't have any sort of baseline. Which is why it's important just to get that first run under the belt, and that'll give me a chance to actually have a baseline. I'm sure eventually we'll start getting 4x4 guys trapped in the ball and stuff like that. Definitely I'm not there yet. Surprised. There we go. Surprised if that didn't do it. It didn't, but only barely. Are we on? Okay, well, whip. Whip. Probably spent a little too much time upfield on that one. So normally I'm a huge fan of the atom, which strips a layer off the ball, but that doesn't really matter in this mode because you shouldn't be working across the ball. You just need to go down. Stripping a layer off the ball matters when you might have to cover a broad area. What? Oh, that's because it's only one, the other one did not count. That was there we go. Definitely slower than the first episode. It's not always going to be this easy. I know I'm counting on it. Well, okay, that's one way to do it. Apparently we just hit like an entire chain of gravity combos and just got right to the middle. Which, you know, is not something I mind. It actually helps me out a ton. We don't really care about those overhangs until and unless they actually pose a problem. No, I don't want this. There we go. End of the level, we'll take it. It was not ideal, but I was spinning my wheels looking for anything useful. Not the situation I wanted to be in. So we're going to try to build this power up one more level before we use it, since it's already pretty high level. Let's see. Now we're on to 3 different colors on the ball, which happened really early. Actually, I was not expecting that. I expected to get to that around episode 5 or 6. Not supposed to be interesting. I wanted to get that other power up out of there, but spent a long time fighting for that blue. Now we still need a 3x3. Nope, just a 2x2. It's just fairly obscured. We're going to focus just on getting a baseline in this run today, because I do have a pretty hard deadline in terms of when I need to stop. More so than is typical for me. Anything we can get rid of another layer of stuff. There we go, we're good. Down. And yet here we are. Situation where it really doesn't matter how I hope it will go down. There we go. Let's go. Go. Yeah, I can see those times are starting to get longer. this point willing to make a particularly trenchant comment on the actual difficulty of digging. Does not seem to really have stepped up a whole ton in terms of that, with just a function of there we go. You can see the episodes are getting longer. Fine, if we kept up at this pace, we'd be done in 55 minutes even. And we know it's going to be longer than that. That was not what I wanted to do with that. Okay, that was also definitely not what I wanted to do with that, but it really doesn't matter. We already got credit for winning. It really didn't matter about either of those misdrops. Okay, that was pretty... Oh, what the? There's not room for a piece to fit in there. Hey, Larry. We're still doing this thing. Why does that not fit in there? Okay, that explains a lot. It took a while to actually figure out what my problem was, but did get it. No, it just means we have to play much more cautious than I would like. The dynamite got that central hole, so this would probably help a lot in that regard. That was a little tricky. Oh, yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah, if you... Something like the Founder Badge, if you want to buy a Founder Badge, yeah, that's... Definitely, go ahead. No, just know I don't need the money and I don't need you spending it on me if you don't feel like obligated. But if you want to go and get the Founder Badge, there are still 7 of those available. So I'm not going to talk you out of that. I didn't. If that's the gift you want to give me, I appreciate that. Oh, okay, we need 4x4. Prime sub, Silly Laird, thanks so much for the Prime sub. Do we not have alerts on this? We do not have alerts on this. I'm gonna... At the end of this, I'm gonna go and actually... I have to actually run you an alert. You're supposed to get an alert for that. Thank you so much, Laird. It's supposed to play Honey Sunrise at you, and I guess I don't have the alert set on for this scene, but we'll get that figured out after the run. Hey Shinji, enjoy the lurk? It's really just gonna be one run today. I have to go do some work in a little bit, but I do want to try to get this because I had a window. It's about 8 Eastern. I have to go do some work. That's not a hard deadline. I have a little room to play with, but I will have to go do some work, so I don't want to get too involved in anything. So this seemed like trying this out seemed about the right amount of time, but we're not going to be running it back, at least not immediately. I mean, I might decide to go get my work done and then come back for a third stream today. I'm not ruling that out. Very not ruling that out. What is keeping him trapped? It's gotta be this, right? Yeah, there we go. Anyway, yeah, we are gonna make sure that that sub notification actually gets a chance to play. It will just be in about an hour. Well, actually, it'll be in more than an hour, unfortunately. I just can't stop mid-run to do it. Apparently I don't have alerts set up on this scene, and I need to remember to do that, so that'll be the very next thing I do, even before I go do my work. Because it's not fair if somebody decides that they want to support me and they don't get recognized just because I'm playing this. So I'll take care of that next. Let's see. We need just one more. Stuff this out of here. I think it's just a title. Yep. Which is computer engineering and sound engineering. Yeah, I can see that. Too much mash. Ends up not being my thing. I am definitely a software person. It's what I went to school for. It's what I do for a living. I'm very good at it. I don't pretend I'm not. Kind of about fixing things. It's neat. I definitely enjoy DIY type stuff. I'm handier than I used to give myself credit for, although I am not super mechanically or electrically inclined, but I can figure things out when I need to. There we go. Military engineer. Interesting. Alright, okay, these are some big swaths. Let's get this down here while we have the window to do so. Looks like we gotta do 4x4. There we go. Nope. 3x3, I just didn't do it right. Okay. See, each episode is definitely longer than the last. $1,300 budget for music game controllers. That's pretty nice. You can get a long way with that. You mentioned that to me. Yeah, I get it. And do not take this as any sort of self-diagnosis or anything, but if somebody went and, like, if a doctor went and told me that I were on the autism spectrum, I would not be surprised. something like very... It's just like I wouldn't be surprised if I found out I actually had ADHD, even though I've never been diagnosed. Not saying I think I am, just that I wouldn't be shocked. There we go. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about... I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, like me. I don't, like... It's like... If anybody were to ask me if I were, I would say no, but if it turned out that, oh, I was, it wouldn't shock me. Nope, that's not it. We just threw away a level 5 power-up. Sucks. Almost entirely avoidable. It's just... sometimes you make mistakes. I need to get this. Bring it down here. Oh, nope, we got one little... We're still caught on an L down there. That doesn't help. All I need is to get this out of the way. Oh, that took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. It's really hard to find stuff I can work with over here. That's what happens when you start getting 3 shapes on the ball, though. The game gets much more difficult and quickly. What do we have? We have a L. Given the depth and the number of shapes, I'm actually expecting that we will end up with a 2x2 and not a 3x3 dig this time. Hoping. We have not even revealed a single yet. This isn't even as deep as the ball can get either. Just need that T. Come on, man. Too many. Look at all this time, I just need a T. All I needed was that T about 30 seconds ago. Yeah, I understand. I try to factor that in when communicating, although, again, it's not going to be perfect. But we do our best, and I just kind of keep that in mind when communicating. Nope, misread that, but we'll bring that over then. What else can we do here? Oh, I guess we can start getting rid of some of this. Yeah, I was just yelling at the Tetris company because I do not like the way they have handled their property. I think that Tetris is too good of a game for them to be treating it the way they're treating it. So I want to say I'm already minutes behind the episode 5 time. So I guess we'll see how it goes. It might be well over 2 hours the way this is going, just because I'm not sufficiently good at this category to put up a fight. A lot of L's. I wish that I could use that many L's. I don't know that I can. L's are the best piece when they line up. They do better than anything else at making chains. But that is diminished by having so many different pieces to fall. Still with the T's. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Rubik's Cube, you do go at your own pace. I never bothered to learn how to do a Rubik's Cube. I know that there's just a algorithm to it. I actually own a speed cube, actually, not voluntarily. It was like a recognition award at work, like a silly thing they gave out. I didn't need it. I didn't especially want it, but I took it. It's not even a branded Rubik's Cube, it's a generic Chinese speed cube. But like, as I say, when I say speed cube, it is one that is actually intended for going fast. It's getting harder and harder. I mean, it's supposed to. That was kind of always the plan here. Looking at how much they ramped up the difficulty and how quickly, I'm kind of wondering how far they're going to be able to take it. There's only so much you can do. There we go. Yeah, I like Twitch-type games as well, like games where the action moves fast. But it's definitely not for everyone. Like, KNH has rheumatoid arthritis, so she likes rhythm games, but there's also an upper bound to how well she can do them. because her joints just don't take it. Yep, Christmas 2022, so about like 21 months. Try to do as possible. Probably have updated my text on the bottom to no longer give that sub that hour-and-a-half goal either. That's a little out of date. There we go. Yeah, you definitely got time to go and consider that. Like, the effector noises don't bother me on Voltex. That's just Shinji's take. Which, you know, different people, different games. That's why they make more than one. Oh, okay, where am I going? What can I do? Oh man, nothing. Just nothing here. Let's see. I need to get some of these pops so that I can get out of bad time and back into good time. That's really more of a bad time, good time is more of a Warriors Woods kind of thing. But it has that certain kind of feel to it here. What's stopping me? Definitely that zigzag there is stopping me. Definitely I need to get this out of the way, and then gotta get this out of the way. Nope, we need a 4x4, which we're actually not all that far off on. Okay, that sucks. Can I staircase this back out of the way? Sure, but I'm still blocked somewhere. Must be over here. Okay, oh, we're just gonna... Okay, that second one, I don't even know. Hopefully that'll... Not quite, huh? There we go, finally. Okay, so, like, 39:27 there, like, records under 30 minutes, like, substantially, so we're way off. Well, I do suggest having a more positive impression of yourself where possible. You're definitely chatty, and I don't always have an answer, but that's okay. Okay, they're kicking the music up a notch. This is my favorite song in the whole game. But we have completed one category. I'm not especially happy with it at this point. The skills I was using in the other mode have not entirely transferred over at this point. Oh yeah, I totally get that. Being inquisitive is a pretty good trait to have, if you ask me. As a streamer, I will end up picking and choosing what to respond to from time to time just because of what I can quickly answer versus what I have to think about and what I can run to. Constantly moving as a child, that sounds difficult. I did not have to deal with that. We moved like once when I was pretty young at the time. It was like kindergarten to first grade when my parents moved, and they're still in that same house. Okay, I just don't want these. They're just a problem. So we're gonna get... Since I'm stuck with all these L's, but I have all these squares that I need to use up, I might as well. That looks like it has some potential. So what's left is down in the lower left corner, down here. Waiting for this, and hopefully that does it. Yeah, we're gonna be over 2 hours. I have no hope of being better than 2 hours the way this has been done. That's okay, we're just trying to kind of get a baseline on this run. We just need to have some splits to run against. I was hoping my practice in the other mode would make this mode a little easier. It really isn't. This mode... Like, because I haven't been practicing the hard stages, I don't really have a good sense for how to play what it's asking me to do now fast. Like, I know physically how to do it. Dealing with L's here feels like not a bad idea. It's really hard for me, to actually tell if I'm looking at a 2x2, 3x3, 4x4 square, or if I need to go further. That's the thing I haven't really gotten my brain around identifying quickly yet. I love this song. This is such a good song. Top tier drum bass. Just looking around like, how much can I accomplish with any one dig? Yeah, there's a lot of really good NES music, a lot of good chip tunes. Okay. I don't need 4 of these. There's too many of this shape in one sitting. other stuff that needs to clean up, I need to clean up. Alright, so, here we go. Nice, alright. So, if I'm looking at this correctly, I should be able to get this cleaned over here, that. And then if I can find a place to put this, it should be 3 by 3. We need 4 by 4. So I do need to fish that last one out. Chance. Still lose. Oh, no. Just can't read. Alright. Just need that one last piece. Just slightly obscured. Just need to get this out and drop, and we should be done. Okay, I feel like we might be going a little bit faster. Firing up emulators for demo scene music. That's pretty hardcore. I'm aware of demo scene music. I can't say I'm super familiar with it. I can say that somebody said that Neil Voss, the composer of this, cut their chops on demo scene music, or making music in the demo scene. I can't vouch for how true that is. But like, the closest I have to celebrity interactions in my life, like actually directly, is, let's see, one time Yamajet came into my Crossbeat stream and lurked for a while. One time I was commenting on them using the Tetrisphere music for bumpers at GDQ, and I made a tweet about it, and Neil Voss liked my tweet, so that was pretty good. Actually, I wanted to try your hand at making demos, but it didn't work out. And I would figure that demos are basically about, yeah, showing off your elite hacksaw skills, of how well you could, like, you were, like, that was a mistake. It's like, yeah, with the demos, so you were cracking the copy protection on the game, and then you were going and making a demo to prove how good you were at, you know, using the system, that you were able to crack stuff. So I would definitely assume that they tended to be technologically impressive, and therefore relatively difficult. More about the art. I mean, yeah. I mean, it goes a couple of directions here. You do this, that should be a gravity combo. If I do a gravity combo there, yeah, it saves me a drop that I think I might end up doing later. So we're gonna throw that over there a little bit. Let's see here. Clear out a lot of crystals in that direction. Clear out a lot of stuff down here. We're gonna throw this down, and we're gonna then go grab that one. We did not grab that one. If you're not sure if you're allowed to say it, better not to. I can think of words that start with K that you shouldn't be saying, and I'd be disappointed to hear actually demo groups using them, but disappointed doesn't mean surprised, right? Anyway, enough of that. I'm not going to allude to words I don't want said, other than they don't exist, or that they do exist, and we'll leave it at that. So we're going a little far afield here because these yellows are just not what I need right now. I really could use more like this. Here. Get that one cleared out, and then we come down here. Just get this last little bit here addressed. Alright, this is not great. Not great. There we go. What level am I on anyway? 6. So this is the last one. Alright. Well, this is the last one before I have to clunk. It's not the last one before we got a long way to go game-wise yet. I just need to remember that occasionally I have to hit the foot pedal. Alright. Throw that down here. Try not to lose that power up, but I kind of think we already did, so. Alright, what can I do with this? That's difficult. Alright, there we go. Yeah, again, gonna throw that in there. Give me a moment to figure some stuff out. Lots of reds. Do not want just any reds. Let's kind of just bust through like all of that. So we still are at the situation as it stands is we still have to actually get around this such that I can make 3x4. Probably mostly means I need to get this T out of here. Not quite yet. I think that we should be able to do it right here. Oh, there we go. That was faster than episode 5, actually. I will not complain about that. And there are actually tips and tricks in the chapter introductions, but I can read those later. Like, I think that one said that gravity or fuse combos triple the length of time your fuses are active from power pieces. And if true, I would like to know that. There are good reasons for me to know that. I noticed that not all fuse combos go at the same speed. That's not great just because it gets cut off from there. Alright, let's throw this down over this way. So this music has changed over from phony to phase. So what do we need to do here? We need to go wider. We need to pull this out. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. If it's not we're not talking a demo scene group using a racial slur as a title or something, then yeah. It is better not to talk about those kind of activities on chat, but I'm a lot less offended by those than... I'm a lot less offended by the history of cracking groups than I am by racial slurs. But yeah, it is a good idea to be sensitive not to talk too much about those on stream just for potential legal reasons. Burn a lot of teas here. Really need them, so. What is my current best case scenario for getting out of here? To uncover that. There we go. Definitely feel the difficulties ramping up on me here. That one little move is gonna really increase the number of combos I have. Stuck in this mess. Yeah, I mean, in this case, I just need to get times down. It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. I just need to get a run. I need to learn what this game mode entails, and I need to have some sort of clock and some sort of split so that I can judge it later. If I get done with this and I'm 40 minutes off of world record, like, okay, well then I need to save about this much here, about this much there. I'm gonna be aggressive here. Try to do things like that. There we go. I had dug way too much out on that one. I mean, whether it's good or not to finish a run is gonna be contextual. It's, depends on whether you need the practice in the back half of the game or not. Like with Pac-Man, I'm probably not gaining a whole ton with finishing runs. I like to do it on occasion, but it's not like I play every level in there individually, so it's not like I really need to practice certain levels because I never get to them. If I don't, that's not how that game's working. Should drop that silver light. Wasn't too bad. There, that's not bad, that works. Alright, there we go. I'll check in on chat after I get done with this stage. Oh, thanks for the community contribution. See a few other lurkers. I am doing a community contribution to play Sound Voltex in April as opposed to my typical Beatmania and Crossbeats. So if that's something you would like to see me spend money on, contribute some points. We'll probably extend that until it happens, even if that means it won't be in April. It's slowed down a bit, so it might end up being in May at the current rate of donations. Yeah, you can only do 2,000 per stream, and I have it set pretty low because I know I'm a small channel, so we should only need 25 total donations to hit it. 25 max stream donations. They can come from whoever has... They could all come from one person who's just got a ton, over 25 different streams, or everybody can chip in a little bit. Hey Dondas. I know you're still lurking, but thanks for the points. Yeah, Shinji hasn't contributed yet, but I know Shinji doesn't like wobble novels. I cannot justify having 2 open subscriptions for myself. Okay, we are just not getting pieces. I cannot justify 2 open subscriptions for myself, but hey, if it's for the stream... If it's for the stream, I can do it. Okay, that took forever. That was just bad piece dropping. Yeah, I know that you're kind of interested in seeing more of how Voltex works and also how EMU's cloud works out as well. I still have to decide if I do this, am I going for the per ticket, or am I going for a monthly sub for 1 month? Or am I just going to buy a pile of tickets and play those till they run out? See, I actually have arcade data, so I actually have a good reason to do the one that integrates with the arcade. Because I can get to round 1s when it's not pandemic. I know that's not an option in Canada. Want to not have so many zigzags. Is that really as much to ask as I'm making it out to be? That was like a 3x3 and another 3x3 offset. So like, it's not that I'm against a simulator or anything. It's that I'm not gonna be doing Voltex on stream until the challenge is hit, but I will likely extend the challenge until it gets hit. I do tend to like simulators less than the real thing, with the exception of I grew up on Stepmania. But it's more that, and basically the channel points as a, how much interest is there in me actually playing it? Is it something I should do on stream? The channel points don't make it. A simulator probably isn't having a lot of interest either. But again, I think that my ultimate plan is just extend. It says April, but we need to extend it. We'll extend it. Okay, I don't want squares, please. I'm gonna throw this down there. I feel like unnamed SVDX clone has a fair amount of stuff for it. We are hitting real-time pressure right now. But we are getting constantly threatening me with red time. Let's throw this rocket down because I am like, we are about to bop. Okay, good, that finished it. We are under threat of bop at this point. The deeper we go in the game, the more common we're gonna have that under threat of bop coming up to fight us. Nope, that was not what I needed at all. Okay, saw that. I thought there was a drop there and I was trying to hurry it up before anything happened. There was not a drop there, so all I did was hurry up and add a waste piece that doesn't help at all. Why I needed that 3x4. Maybe I just had that. Maybe that was just slightly overlapping that other corner as well. Certainly need a 4x4 on this one. Just means that we need not do that correctly at all. Let's throw this down in this corner. That's what I think we get the most productivity out of it. There. Did I get that? That's chapter 7? Yeah, I did get it. Okay. 3 episodes to go. Final victory, huh? Except there's 2 more episodes after this episode, so... After this episode and the other episode, there's only 1 episode left. Thanks, Marty. So this chapter's music is Flim Flam, and I've mentioned this a few times. Oh, I see Not Props did something, probably a host, and I didn't have alerts on, but thank you for that. Along with Shinji, I think there's also a host on there. I need to get... Hosts don't show up in the activity feed, and I gotta fix my alerts on this particular scene. I feel really bad that I don't have them on. I can get that later. Oh, do they not even show up? Do they not even make alerts when you have the alerts on? I know the alerts are broken because Laird dropped a Prime sub, and that did not make any news. Okay, yeah. I just, for some reason, I don't have the alerts on this scene, and I have to figure that out. To a degree, I understand why, although it goes back to when they were hiding raids of smaller than 5 people. I want to hear everything, and if it's, I'll be the one to decide if it's important enough to announce or not, right? It's definitely not as bad. I still kind of wanna thank people for, I know, like, hosting doesn't grow the channel, or doesn't spread the love as much as rating does. But people aren't live all the time, and if somebody thinks I am worth saying, here's the person that I would most want to be watching right now. Oh, okay. This is bad. I didn't realize we were in red time this early. This is going to be very uncomfortable for a while. Okay, at least he's small, but they have the death timer set up to kill here. Alright, we don't have a great place to use this key. Let's dump it. The good news is that I do at least have an opportunity. I can take a couple of deaths. I have the 2 deaths. It's not like I have to, not like this is a deathless run. But that timer is just pressure. Alright, again, I don't really like what I'm seeing here, so let's drop that. I also know auto hosts don't show up in any sort of alert or activity feed. And that probably would get overbearing, so I think that one does not really feel like it matters to me. The one nice thing is that the clock alone can never kill you. It's only ever the clock plus the advancing of the ball that can kill you. If the ball bumps the screen, I don't lose. I just immediately drop the piece whether it works or not. If it doesn't work, If the piece does not fit, I will lose a life and the clock will reset. If the piece does fit, I'm fine. But not only like is it really threatening to have it closing in on you like that, it also obstructs your vision real bad. So it's definitely... I'm definitely feeling that we are getting into the harder part of the game. T. Now that I want a T, I can get one. Because if I need more than that, I'll be shot. Okay, yeah, we are definitely in game is mean territory. Okay, I need 5 of these. I have 5 of this piece to get rid of before I can do literally anything else. Here, because I need that as a safe space to dump that one. This. There we go. I feel like this chapter is going faster than the previous one. The pressure is making me... well, I don't know if it's that the pressure is making me play faster, or if it's just that because of the pressure they have eased up on how deep I have to dig. I think it's more likely the latter, to be honest. But we take those. We totally take those either way. I want to whip that. It was not quite fast enough on that because I was trying to get that to fire and pick up the other power-up at the same time. It did not quite go the way I wanted it to. There we go. I mentioned this before, but I might have mentioned it already today, but I don't remember. I wrote a BMS file to this song way back in the long ago. If I had to compare it to any extant... that slipped on that. At least it will reset my timer, but we'd rather... We actually very much care about not dying at this point in the run because we need those lives. We're actually under threat of dying, which has not generally been true henceforth. Okay, there we go. Oh, I didn't think that was big enough. This one. Got another here. As soon as I stop to make any sort of decision, I start getting punished. The other thing I can do to help out is I can start actually dropping a fuse on the power pieces, because the power pieces, while the combos are going, the clock is not moving. The problem is that's also just slower, so it's not a great strategy for a speedrun. Still need to dig anything out. So now I'm back in this bowl. Too many of what I don't need. If there's still anything, it's this one right here. There we go. That's a... Yeah, look how much faster episode 8 was than 9 and 10. The thing is, like, you compared a world record there, and it took me almost as long to get through 8 as I need to beat through 10, but, you know, we're not expecting the world record here. Do I actually have to sit through this? At least somewhat. Okay. So we got 2 categories down. Yes, this is the deep lore of Tetrisphere. Got shoved off the stage. Oh, here's Kissy Face. He was going to chase everybody off the stage. I am not aware of any way to skip this. And I also don't know how long it's going to last or when it's going to end. But I'm pretty sure this all counts towards my time. If it doesn't, then, well, like if there is a way to skip this, I'll have to go watch the run and figure it out. I don't know if it's just because I've never gotten this far and I shouldn't do my first playthrough of the speedrun with the credits, or if this actually is mandatory every time. If it is the former, we'll just have a really big gold split available to us here. Okay, I think that's over. 2 minutes. It was a 2-minute cutscene. 2-minute mandatory cutscene. Did I know I can create power pieces with my shadow? Why, yes. Yes, I did. Whoops. What can I do with this? What can I do with this? I have come to appreciate just how annoying the T pieces are in trying to do speedruns here. They're actually really obnoxious to deal with. Okay, world record does watch the cutscene, so that tells me there's almost certainly no way to skip them. That was still a manual drop, although it was getting real close to a blink. This is not going to be a gimme from here on out. I could, in fact, fail a level and have to start. Okay, I do not want to have to hit however many of these it's asking me. I don't need them, to be honest. How are we doing here? Nope, that piece is completely buried, that's why. Trying to save my power-ups to give myself bailout moments, basically. There we go. They're still not playing. Episode 10, I can already tell you, is gonna be okay. Alright, I don't have anything useful to do here because all the blues are not here. Just trying at this point to throw that away. 5 down, up, let's go. See, I'm seeking out more of the power pieces at this point, as things just start to get that much more difficult. Again, it doesn't actually matter if it bashes the screen or not. What matters is, yeah, that's too big of a space. What matters is if, when it bashes the screen, am I lined up for a legitimate drop? Or am I not? And just an obnoxious quantity of squares that I cannot meaningfully use. I want to save this for there. I'm not sure that this is going to destroy as much as I might like. But even more than that, it's going to buy me a second while I try to actually get some of these. There we go. Whew, this is getting difficult. We're at 7, okay. Just need 4 L's in a row. Okay. Okay, so play over here because I had to spend so much time chasing it. Still haven't had a bop yet. All my drops have still been movable. I tried to make a powered piece out of the crystals, but it was just a little bit too slow. Just too many L's. Okay, that was pretty lucky that I was. Now that was a bop. That was not an intentional drop. Alright, if we're gonna just have this complete totally worthless piece selection, I'm gonna do this. Maybe that'll clear up. Not quite. Not there yet. Should do it though. 3 more to go in this chapter, then 1 more chapter. Also, you know, I just realized I was intending to local record Tetrisphere stuff, and then I'm pretty sure that I didn't local record this one. Not the end of the world. I need to start making a go live checklist. I just tend to miss things. Right, there we go. That in terms of digging. It's gonna be up here. Okay, so go like that. Here. With. It's okay. It's okay. We get a fresh timer. We actually are probably pretty close to done here. There we go. Don't care about that at this point. 9-9. Forget it. Everything in my viewable range is bad for the pieces that I have, so we need to account for that. There. Man, I forget what it was like to not just go into red time immediately at the beginning of a level. It's been a while. to have a chance to do something that is to get some of these L's out of the way, because they are right now number one problem. Down here like that. That was a bop. Just trying to kind of survive until I get enough L's to do what I actually want to do, which is work with that corner. Alright, you get a clunk after the next stage. You kind of have an unofficial goal of sub 2 hours for the first whiff try here. Those whiffs hurt because I might need them later. Okay, we got one more chapter, and we're hoping to get a sub 2 hour here. Lions has the hidden game Lions has its own speedrun category too. I don't know what's up with this. This is like a much easier stage. I mean, I presume it's not going to stay that way through 10 episodes. Let's do this. Adam takes a little long to actually fire, but... Okay, there we go. Yeah, that stage felt like the easiest one in a long time. We're back to only 2 shapes on the ball, which is interesting that they would. 3, goodbye. Will not be missed. If I wanted to become famous, do you think I'd be playing Tetrisphere instead of, let's say, I don't know, Fortnite? If my goal is to become famous, I'd be playing some crap like Fortnite. But I don't want to play Fortnite. I want to play Tetrisphere. bot set up to use someone's emotes that it doesn't have the sub to? It shouldn't be. Is the bot trying to emote? The bot shouldn't be trying to emote. I don't think I have any messages in that do that. No, I didn't configure that. That's just that must just be one of the default messages, because I did not configure that. So, in theory, well, in Nightbot, Nightbot's one of the most popular ones. In theory, the default messages are supposed to be something, are supposed to all be like Duke Nukem quotes or something. And I did not feel like being clever enough to change it, even though I have no particular attachment to Duke Nukem. Nor should I. Which makes me surprised that there's one in there that looks like an emote. But yeah, if they are relying on a message to have an emote there, they should actually sub their own bot. But that message is random. It's picked from a list. I can change it. I just don't feel clever enough to do so. But if it is truly intended, if it's truly supposed to be an emote, then, and it's in the default list, then it should probably, work. Never, huh? I see them pretty indiscriminately regardless of size. I rarely see the other kinds of bots. It's pretty much just when I have a bot in my stream, it's almost always just the drop a link, run bot. Not the ones that try to repeat my game title back to me and pretend like they're a human. They don't pass the Turing test very well, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, okay, we have time there for sure. Oh, hell. That's our first forced misdrop, and I really could not find anything. Finally are going to have to do a 2x3 in this chapter. I will get back with chat in a moment. Okay, there we go. It does seem like they let the bot accounts age before they actually use them. Usually when I check the bot accounts and ban them, I ban and report them. And once they get reported, Twitch is actually really good at removing bot accounts quickly. They are not good at, dealing with harassment, but they are good at dealing with bots, because I guess that makes sense, given their business goals. But they tend to ban them real fast, but they're usually like 6-month-old accounts, so either they are letting them age before using them, or I am the only person reporting them. One of the two. I think it's more likely that they are letting them age. we gotta use this power up. That put the fear in me. Philosophy at this point of the game is if I'm not trying to get 5 or 6 pieces out of the way with anyone clear anymore. If I just get one alone is eventually. This should do it though. Yeah, but the important thing is you want to be famous. I mean, sure, it really doesn't surprise me. It's not like a viewer bot needs to be watching one stream, right? The act of watching doesn't really require a whole lot of effort on the part of even a computer, much less a human. Like, I know it says if you need to have the audio above 0 and you need to not have it muted in a way that it can detect. Although usually when I do the muting, I mute it at a tab level. Okay. Are we ready to die? We're gonna die. This is already not looking promising in terms of survival. I guess we should not put any effort into keeping that, trying to get that gauge green, because it's not going to happen. We just need to shred. I know, it gave me a little bit of a breather, and now it's really like, okay, we are going to kick you in the teeth as hard as we possibly can. We're up to 4 shapes with the turbo timer. That is my phone telling me, hey, you have work to do. It's not so urgent that I have to, like, abandon my job now. It's all remote work. Good news is, no, we do need it. 3x3. Just gonna let that pop. Alright. Yard. Yeah, that one I had no play on at whatsoever, so we're just gonna take that and okay, that hurts. What was preventing me from doing anything meaningful? You have to pop that one out if you're going to bring this down. This should be it. Yeah. I'm gonna be focused on the game, so if I tune you out, chat, it's nothing personal, but we are in very difficult times here. And this one's only got 3. Hey, that's surprisingly comparatively pleasant. Alright, so 3 I can deal with. 4 is hard. Ready to do something when your power up ends, or it's gonna be bad. Alright, so that means we should be able to get. I don't want to spend the power up here because I'm just. There we go. Alright, we have 7 minutes. I think we have a good shot at getting this up too. We're gonna rock. I'm gonna throw this down because I don't see what my play is. I can't see anything to do. We're at the point where the game is gonna throw the absolute most at me that it thinks is still reasonable. Like, they never throw all 6 shapes on a max depth ball with permanent red time. And no pop, and like, there's things they could do that would make the game harder than it ended up being. Yeah, a tier 1 sub gives 20% more channel points. It used to be 50%, they nerfed it. Tier 2 sub, I believe, is like 50%, and a tier 3 sub is like 100%. I would not advocate subbing to somebody because you want more channel points. I do not think it is not the reason to sub. We are going to take a hit. I would. My number 1 reason to sub somebody is you just want to support them. Another not bad reason is because you want their emotes. Usually that is best paired with also wanting to support them. You can avoid taking death at any point here, then we should be okay. Not make it, so we gotta actually, we don't have another mistake like that to give. We better actually get this cleared out. Already the bell pulls. And I wanted that power up, but I did not want it to be that power up. We are gonna throw this dynamite down. And we're gonna hope that that actually, yep. 156-31.